we go to NHL, where we've been pretty good so far this year. Jim the Bag, actually a little bit better than pretty good. There's, I think, 7 games, and only 4 of them had overnight lines. So I only looked at the games that had overnight lines. We can talk about the others if you looked at the others, but I have nothing to say about them. A couple of games do jump out at me. First of all, Edmonton at home against Winnipeg. They are coming off a loss, right? And the line has gotten bet significantly down. My sense, though, is this is a nice bounce-back spot for Edmonton. I'm kind of high on them in general going forward. Winnipeg, obviously has some offensive prowess, but defensively very vulnerable. I'm thinking over. I'm thinking Winnipeg. I'm thinking over. I'm thinking Edmonton on the puck line, and I'm thinking Edmonton team total over. You have anything to say about that one, Jim?
Yeah, it was a great honor watching my Vancouver Knuckleheads take out the Oilers on Saturday night. The Jets allowed 255 goals last year, 4th worst in the NHL, and they brought in Steve Mason. And as I said a few days ago, I do not think that was a good move. I think he'll get lit up this year. Right. And Connor Hellebuck looks like he'll be starting tonight. I'm very curious to see how he performs. I've decided to let this favorite go because I was pretty disappointed with the Oilers' performance in Vancouver. And I'm just going to see how they play against the Jets. I think the Jets their offense looks good, but their defense is awful. But let's see how Connor Hellebuck plays. I'm going to stay away from this game. I'm not going to make an official pick on it, but I think that you're on the right track with the over and with the Oilers.
You think Hellebuck is someone you're kind of favorable towards?
I believe that he will be the starting goalie for the Winnipeg Jets this year.
And you think he might start up here, right? A lot of times these goalies, when they come in and make their first start for a team, they have, even if they're not very good, they're unexpectedly better than what people are thinking. Yeah. All right. I'll think about that one. I was definitely leaning Edmonton -1. We'll see what we think about that one. The Washington Tampa Bay game is also interesting. Obviously, Washington, Ovechkin having an explosive start to this season. That's very promising. At some point he's going to slow down, but very, very promising. Big move in favor of Washington, though. They were a small underdog on the overnight line. Now they're even a small favorite in places. I can certainly see that, but just like with the Tampa Bay games against Florida, not quite totally 100% seeing why this total is so low. What about the over? It's 5.5, not even juiced. 5.5 -105 at Pinnacle. What do you think?
You have to think Ovechkin has more goals than 21 teams in the NHL right now. Now, Vasilevsky is a great goaltender, but he's not looked very good so far this year. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop with Ovechkin. And when's he? I mean, he's just 7 goals in 2 games, and it's never been done. Hasn't been done in 100 years. I like the over, but I want to watch the Lightning at home shut down this Capitals team. I'm hoping that this is something they can do. I'm hoping that the Lightning step up and be a top team in the Eastern Conference, and this will be their first test. And it has to start defensively. It has to start from the goaltender out. So I do agree. It makes the over is staring us right in the face. And, and the overs have been hitting so hard so far this year. There's a lot of offense in the NHL, which is rare. And so I see it. I'm going to stay away from this game and not make an official pick. I want the Lightning to be very strong at home, but they have showed no signs of doing it.
I mean, the last time this happened, it was a Tampa Bay, Florida game, and where I was sitting there, we were saying, why is this total so low? And then at first I was like, there must be something that we're not seeing, so I'll stay off it. But then I was like, you know what? No. You know what? No. I am going to take it. And then you tailed it, and then we both had a winner with it. And it was an easy casher. I don't understand. You know what? I am going to take this one. Over 5.5, -105 at Pinnacle. I'm adding it onto my official record. If it loses, fine. But I'm going to take it. And I don't know. I'm also thinking that Tampa Bay getting a little bit disrespect in the line movement is wrong here. And I was thinking about taking Tampa Bay -1.
I like that. If I was going to, I have a maybe Lightning note here. I like with the line changing the way it is, you're getting a lot of value on the Lightning at home. If I was going to lean in one direction, I would take that.
And the Lightning team total over at just a 2.5 is another way I'm leaning. All right, maybe I'll add those on in a second. We'll review this. And then we have Buffalo against New Jersey. And Buffalo, you were expecting better things from Buffalo this year. I think we probably will see that. It's possible we could see it here. They come back home, and I was leaning Buffalo on the -1 line here as well to get their first win of the season. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I'm going to put my ideology to the test here. I do think the Sabres will be a good home team. I am going to keep hammering this, and it's okay if I'm proved wrong. I was proved wrong opening night because the Habs do not look good.
Yeah. I mean, it went into overtime. I wouldn't say that was you were proved wrong. You came out on the wrong side of it, my feeling,
the worry I had was I think the Montreal Canadiens are not a good hockey team this year. So I felt like that was a good spot. They've been beaten up since that Buffalo game. Now, but look at so these were the two worst teams in the Eastern Conference last year.
Right.
Corey Schneider is a difference maker, and the Devils are an improving squad.
Yes.
When I was a big OHL follower, and when Taylor Hall led the Windsor Spitfires to back-to-back Memorial Cups, I thought he was going to be a monster in the NHL, and I was wrong. But Will Butcher, last year's Hobey Baker Award winner, in his first game got 3 assists. Looks great. And I do believe that Nico Herscher is going to be good, but I'm going to believe in the Sabres team at home. Their top 3 centers, Eichel, O'Reilly, Reinhart, should wear people down.
Right.
They allowed 2 shorthanded goals in that Islanders game, and those are just backbreakers. So I'm taking the Sabres as an official pick. Sabres at home. I like the line I'm getting.
Yeah.
The Devils are putting up way more of a fight in this than I expected. It goes down to -125, -130 in these books. What's the best I can get?
Well, the best line, because we only use market lines, which is for a good reason. So no one can ever accuse us of taking off market lines. Best line would be at Bookmaker Bet DSI -132.
-132. I will take it.
Okay. And I will take that as well. I'll take it on the -1 line, though. And the money line part of that, -132. The puck line part of that will be plus for Buffalo, plus 222 at Pinnacle there. All right, so those are the 4 games that had over. Oh, and then Colorado, Boston. I mean, that's going to be a fade for me. Boston is younger and speedier, I think, than the Boston in years past. Colorado, a bad team, but great call on Colorado. And I mean, that's the call of the year for you so far, Jim the Bag. Awesome call on Colorado against the Rangers. My sense is probably at this line, I'd be leaning Colorado again, and probably leaning to the over, maybe at 5.5. Do you have anything to say about this game?
Yeah, the Avalanche looked better than the score hold against the Devils. They outshot the Devils 41-39 and lost 4-1. Sure. The big question in this game is, will Bergeron be back? And
I think no.
You think no?
Well, I read that he wasn't. He was wearing like non-contact jerseys, and
See, if that's the case, if Spooner is the #1 center for the Bruins, then they are susceptible.
Yes.
If that's the case, I agree. I think the Avalanche is the play. Now, I'm gonna be careful and tread carefully with the Avalanche on the road. Yes, I hit that first game, and that I feel great about it, but I just think they could still be a bad road hockey team. And one of the main reasons we took them against Rangers was because they had a dressing room full of hope, first game of the year. I think that could get beaten out of them. I'm just going to watch this one and not make an official pick.
They have historically a great record at Boston. They've won like the last 4 games at Boston or something like that. They've won like 8 out of 9 or something ridiculous. Wow. I don't know what it is, but some kind of ridiculous record on the road at Boston, Colorado, and a great record on Thanksgiving Day too. Right? Yes, I'm not kidding. I'm not making this shit up. Unless I got fake news and it's not actually true. But yeah, all right. So I'm going to pass on it as well. The other 3 games had no overnight line, so I did not look at them. If you have anything to say about them, let us know. If you don't have anything to say about them, that's fine. Jim the Bag?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have one. So it's okay to make an official pick without a line?
Well, no, the lines just came out. Perfect. They just came out, yes.
Okay, well, I'll go over the game first that I have an official pick on. And I've been reading the forum, and some people are against this pick already. So the Flames have lost 29 straight games at the Honda Center in Anaheim, and that's an incredible number. I believe that streak ends tonight. Johnny Gaudreau looked incredible versus the Jets, and I just think the Ducks have too many injuries. I had the Coyotes to take them out opening night. Coyotes were up 4-1, and the Ducks put up 4 unanswered to win. Yes, the Ducks have a lot of heart. But Getzlaf, Ritchie, Eves, Vatanen are day-to-day. Kessler and Lindholm are out long-term. I am taking a run at the Flames, and I'm very curious to see what the best line was, because when we came into the office, it wasn't up.
Best line would be, it's plus 113 everywhere.
I was hoping to get a little more.
Nope.
Nope. I'm going to take the plus 113. I was hoping to get plus 125, plus 130.
Nope. We'd all be hoping to get better lines, Jim. That's why this is so freaking hard.
I'm going to take the Flames at plus 113.
Okay.
And that will be an official pick.
Okay. So we'll put you down for that one. Calgary. What else do you have for us, Jim?
Well, so the other games, I mean, the Blackhawks at Leafs, these are both these teams have scored 15 goals in 2 games.
Right.
I mean, is it too simple for us to hammer the over here?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't look at this game. There's no overnight line. It seems kind of obvious. I don't know, dude.
What are we getting?
I don't. Oh, on the over for Chicago and Toronto, the total right now would be 6.5 plus 104.
Okay, plus 6.5. I'm gonna let that go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let plus 6.5 go. But this is new, seeing plus 6.5 lines in the NHL.
Sure.
And that's exciting. We want more offense in the NHL, so this is great. I'm really excited to watch this game, but I'm going to leave it alone. And then the other game with no overnight line was the Blues at Islanders.
Right.
And as I said, whether it's Halak or Greiss, the Isles have bad goaltending. Although Halak is starting, and I trust him more. Now, Steen and Bouwmeester will be out, but otherwise the Blues have a healthy team, and on paper they're much better than the Islanders. But the Islanders have played well at home, and if the Islanders continue to play well at home, I think we'll find value in them, and I'll start hammering them. So I'm going to watch this game.
Okay.
So the Islanders and Sabres are two teams that at home I think we could find value in. I will start hammering.
Okay, so let me just make sure that I've got every. So you're on Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton is a pass, Washington, Tampa Bay is a pass, and you're on the Sabres, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so and for hockey, let me. So what am I on? I am on Buffalo -1. I'm on the over in Washington, Tampa Bay, and you know what? I will also throw on Edmonton -1 and Tampa Bay -1. I'll throw on both of those. The Edmonton line will be minus 152 at sportsbetting.ag, and the puck line for that one will be plus 184. That's at Pinnacle. And then the Tampa Bay line will be plus 100. That's at Pinnacle. And the puck line for Tampa Bay will be plus 285 at Pinnacle and a few other places. And all right, so I'm on. What am I on? I'm on Edmonton -1. I'm on Washington, Tampa Bay over, and I'm on Tampa Bay -1. And I'm on Buffalo -1, and that's it. So 4 plays for me, Jim the Bag. I'm going out. I'm going for it.
I like it. I think that's great. Blake Kersey has an interesting question here. Would you rather take plus money or the plus 1.5 puck line on big underdogs? I'm curious to see what you have to say. I think there's so much parity in the NHL that I like the money line. I think that you can hit with these dogs, and I mean, it's the beginning of the year, so we'll see. But I plan to pick more dogs than favorites, so we'll see it play out. And I like getting the big score when we hit with a dog.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the volatility that you're expecting. If there's a goaltender with high volatility that you're expecting, then definitely you'd want to take the big money line. If you're expecting goalies with low volatility, then you'd want to take the plus 1.5 puck line. And of course, empty net goals are the bane of puck line people's existence. So that can be a tricky one. But then again, a lot of times there's games that are tied, and you can tell that they're just going to go into overtime, and then you lock in a win on the puck line. So it really depends on each situation, like in baseball, like in everything. In general, when you're taking big underdogs, you're betting on high volatility, and when you're taking big favorites, you're betting on low volatility in terms of the odds you're taking. So that's my take on it. It's a game by game situation. All right, I believe that we covered everything. Let's review the picks. Then I will add on my college football openers that I did hit. I'll have some more of those tomorrow. All right, so for hockey, let's just quickly review. Hockey, St. Louis and Islanders, nothing. Colorado, Boston, nothing, right? Nothing. Right. Buffalo and New Jersey. You are on Buffalo money line. I am on Buffalo -1. Chicago and Toronto, that's a pass. Washington, Tampa Bay, you're on nothing. I'm on the over on that one, and I'm on Tampa Bay -1. Winnipeg, Edmonton, you're on nothing. I am on Edmonton -1, and you are on Calgary, and I'm on nothing on that one. Correct? Correct.
And your -1s are so interesting, and I think it's important that we follow me taking the money line and Pete taking the -1, because it looks like.
I mean, in the end, it's really something. In the end, I'm pretty sure that the math will just come out even. There's will be a bunch of times when I did the right thing and I benefit from it. A bunch of times where I get burned, like the Montreal game. I took the -1, so I had to take a push. If I had taken the money line, I would have had a winner. But there's going to be other times when I take the -1 line and get an extra unit. My guess is that if we follow it, it will turn out to be just basically even. But I do it for psychological reasons, so that I don't, for irrational psychological reasons, stay off of a play or go on a play because I'm too afraid to take it. So I do that, mathematically. Again, it's a matter of volatility, and it's just something that I like to do.